Hello aliens! In this video I'm going to talk about Ace Beaute and how my experience has been shopping with the brand. Also, I'm going to try on the Paletteopoly palette, which is probably the only palette from Ace Beaute that I'm going to own. Let's get into it.
What are you saying to me? Come inside. Come. I know. I know. Come on. Baby.
I'm wearing a green dress and I thought this would have a true green in there, but it actually doesn't. We'll just do a colorful look because that's what I'm feeling today. Starting off with this one. The Paletteopoly palette has been in my stash for quite a while now, but I haven't used it. This is my first time using it. It got really good reviews and some of the YouTubers I watch recommended this highly and said that the formula had really improved and I wanted to see it for myself. I somehow never got to use it. I just have a lot of makeup and I hadn't gotten to it yet. I was going to eventually. Then Ace Beaute launched their Cosmic collection, I believe, and then those floral collections. I will pop up pictures over here. And needless to say, I was interested. I still hadn't used this one and figured out whether this would be to my taste or not. I rarely go in blindly to buy anything. I always watch reviews because I'm a consumer, not an influencer. I want to make sure that what I'm purchasing is worth it. And YouTube reviews are very helpful. Next, I'm going in with the blue. As I was saying, I placed an order for both those collections after contemplating for a while. I had a good deal on these palettes and I just got both the collections. It's been a while since I placed that order. Ace Beaute shipped it through UPS, and upon arrival into Canada, which is where I'm located, if you don't know, I was sent an invoice through email of 83 Canadian dollars and 35 cents. Now that is an exorbitant amount. I regularly order from indie brands and never have I been charged this kind of an amount for my purchases. Going in with this, I contemplated paying the charge because this does happen sometimes. Sometimes these shipping companies levy their own charges, and I want to show you that this is what the invoice looked like. As you can see, there's like a $44 charge for brokerage fees, which is UPS's own fees. Now, it annoys me that these shipping companies are double dipping. First, they charge huge amounts for shipping, and when you eventually get the pallet, you have to pay customs and duties, but then you also have to pay their brokerage charges. I think they're just trying to take advantage of the fact that so many people purchase things online now, and enough is enough. I mean, you have to put your foot down somewhere. I don't think I've ever refused a package before, but this time, this was it. I was like, no, this ain't gonna happen. Like, that is too much. I could take that money into Sephora and buy things, so I'm not gonna pay it. I really wanted those palettes. I talked to Ace Beaute. They said, just refuse the package. We'll send it again through another company. But that's not gonna happen. Once is enough. I mean, let me tell you the exact dates when I placed the order and where is it now, what's the tracking status, all of that. So, as per my emails, I placed the order on the 9th of May. Today is 9th of June, and it still hasn't been received by Ace Beaute, and they said I will only get a refund once they have the products. When it originally arrived in Canada, every day they would reschedule the delivery to the next day. For about 2 weeks they did this, so I couldn't refuse the package. I could only refuse it if the guy actually came to my door with the package, which he did eventually after 2 weeks. And I said to him, I want to return this to the sender. It's been a month now and I'm just waiting on that refund, and I don't think I will be purchasing again. If you live in Canada or internationally, it can be really hard to get a hold of these indie brands without incurring huge unnecessary costs, and I think I'm kind of over the whole thing. I've bought a lot from indie brands, but it's time things got a little easier for the consumer. I think it's become quite off-putting. I've been seeing comments from other people as well who are saying the same thing. So it is what it is. I think there is something to be said about the convenience of just walking into a Sephora and buying something without the hassle. The shipping costs are like a payment for the privilege of having your product in your hands, and you wouldn't be charged to go into a store, would you? Like, in order to purchase from us, you have to pay a fee. That is what these high shipping costs and everything else, all these other costs seem like to me. I just thought I would share my experience here. This kind of applies to many other indie brands. They have the same kind of issues, and there are some brands that I've decided not to purchase from again. It's not just Ace Beaute, there's a few more, and I will be doing that video soon. Let's get back to the eye look. To put on liner and mascara and be back with my final thoughts. This turned out to be such a nice colorful look. I think this is a good summer palette, and those of you who own it can break it out for the summer. Personally, I don't care what color I wear what time of the year about this eyeshadow palette. This is my first time using Ace Beaute's reformulated eyeshadows. The ones I had before from them were from BoxyCharm, and the formula wasn't that good. The mattes are very pigmented, which means some of them can be slightly harder to blend, but you can blend them if you put in a little bit more effort. Like this blue in the center, this was a little harder to blend than the rest. About the shimmers, these are those soft putty-like shimmers, and they're very impactful on the eye. However, the only tool that will work best with these is your finger. Not a silicone brush, not a flat, stiff brush, not a dense shader brush, none of those. I tried all of them. I don't really mind using a finger. I prefer a brush, but using a finger is fine if that's what works best. But I don't spray my brushes because if you take that moisture and put it back in your shadows, there's a chance it'll grow bacteria, and I'm not gonna do that. So all that to say is, I think I missed out on the cosmic collections and the floral ones, which I know I could have enjoyed because this formula is very good. It's actually one of my preferred kind of formulas for eyeshadow. I've done it, I've paid a lot in customs and duties and shipping and whatnot because I wanted to get that indie brand quality, but I think I'm kind of done because nothing seems to be really changing. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like, I think it's time something changes. As a consumer, it's not sustainable to keep paying these amounts for makeup. I would rather just purchase locally or from indie brands that don't make it this hard. And I will make a video about those indie brands too, in case you're international and you're interested in buying from brands that actually make it easy. So there you go, those were all of my thoughts for today. Lots of interesting content coming clearly. Thanks for watching, and I will see you another time. Bye. I am a sad consumer.